Well, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you're tuning in from. My name is Darren Little from Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada, and I want to welcome you to something, quite frankly, that a lot of people have never seen before. Now, if you've been in the home-based business industry, if you've been in network marketing, if you're an MLMer or you've online affiliate marketing, whatever, typically from, say, the health and wellness industry, which is where I started 3 decades ago, is that you typically have either a potion or a lotion or an antioxidant, a product, samples that you're handing out to people or mailing people. And just to turn back the clock a little bit from my own personal story, I actually started in this industry in a health and wellness company that sold healthy coffee, tea, mocha, and hot chocolate. But it wasn't really a sampler. It wasn't really a person that wanted to be going out peddling these products and giving people a try my product. And, so every month they just kept on coming and stacking up in my garage, right? And, like if you want to be a leader, Darren, you got to get the biggest auto ship, if you want to be a leader, so I loaded up on the biggest package, and I had like a $250 or $300 a month auto ship that was coming to me. And with that amount of product, you can't personally use it all yourself, right? So the excess would just keep on stacking up in the garage, and I'd be building my team and doing training and everything else. And then one day I woke up and I opened my cabinet, right, to get my little sachet of healthy coffee and make myself a coffee in the morning. And the box was turned around and I saw this EXP with a date on it. And I thought, that's kind of weird. What's that about, right? So I contacted the company and I said, guys, what exactly does this EXP mean? What is that? Oh, they said, Darren, that means your products are expired, right? They're no longer sellable. And I was like, what? Why didn't anybody tell me about this, right? So I had $5,000 of these products in my garage that were basically paperweights. Okay, very, very frustrating, because that was kind of like my first shot at it. And nobody told me, like, Darren, you got this amount of time to sell these products, and after that, boom, they're useless. They're send them to the dumpster, which is what I did. I sent all of them to the dumpster and kind of turned the page, and that was kind of like a big lesson for me. So as I've gone through the industry, I realized that it wasn't just me. Okay, it wasn't just me that wasn't the sampler, that wasn't the person that wanted to go peddle products to their friends and family and close contacts and whatnot. It wasn't just me. In fact, the good portion of the people in my organization, they didn't want to do it either, right? So I was really looking for something that was unique, something that was different, and something where that was not required in order to make not only a significant full-time income, but a life-changing full-time income. And that's what we're going to be talking about on today's broadcast with our very unique asset accumulation business model, right? And in my case, with what I went through, I was in an asset depreciating business model. So every day that went by, my products were losing value until finally they had no value left. So what I'm going to do first, guys, is I'm going to kind of reach out to the other end of the world, into the UK zone. And I want to bring on a super top entrepreneur, somebody that's highly motivational over on the other side of the pond, to tell a little bit about her story before we actually peel back the curtain and we show you exactly why is this so unique and different? Why is it that people that never could make it in health and wellness, they could never make it in the sampling formula, are totally crushing it with the asset accumulation business model? That means your whole organization is just accumulating their own assets each and every month. So let's reach out. I want to bring in here Brianna Black. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Brianna, you're so motivational. You're so inspirational to the world, like you've got this big team and you've got these campaigns that you do and multiple streams of income, and you're a mom with your own little mini army, I might add, right? Your own little mini army with your kids, single mother. Tell us a little bit about that and what got you kind of shifted off of the conventional zone of, conventional business or conventional health and wellness products, and over now into online marketing, affiliate marketing, and our asset accumulation business model. So take it away.
Yeah, just checking that that's okay. Yes, a mini army. So I've got 7 children in total. Some of them older and some younger, because I was up through the night with one. So excuse me whilst I look a little bit tired. I've had no sleep last night. Yeah, so one of the biggest things for me was with the other original model. God, you're spending thousands, and you spoke about this as well. Pretty much to start up, you're talking about investing thousands. You do have that dream of, you know what, one day it'll all be worth it, and you're going to have this big team, you're going to be earning all of the money. And it was very much the hustle, hustle, hustle mindset. And I went right into that because I mean, I love multiple sources of income. I love, what it can do for people, what it can bring to people. So I'm not saying that it's a bad thing. But what I found is that you did end up with a whole load of products because you're forever trying to rank advance. So a lot of the time there, when you're not able to find the people that can join you, you're buying more products. You're buying, and it's, oh God, I just remember it's thousands, and I've seen other people the same way. And the return that was coming back from that was little. And I was busting my backside, working hard. And really, the cutoff point for me where, this wasn't, something was extremely wrong with this. I was up till 1 o'clock in the morning one night working, doing my hustle thing, getting things organized, getting things prepared, doing, the endless chat type thing. And I woke up the next morning and my partner had died. He'd gone. And for me, it taught me a massive lesson that there was something wrong with the way the whole system was running. So many lessons I got from that, that experience. It really was a catalyst that pushed me to more. But one, life is too short, and that the way that the previous models were working, it's just, you can't get that time back. You really, really can't get that time back with a person. You're telling people to wait, to wait, to wait. You can't get it back. And the pay, I have to say, there's very few people that win in that business model, and they're just putting in so many hours. When I found this, it was definitely something, God, I'm so passionate about it. So passionate about what this can do for people. And it's not something that you really have to bust your backside with, because it's not a product that you're just going to drink or that you're just going to have in your cupboards or things like that. I mean, God, this is like, I was writing something today about it, and I was like, this is better than buying property. Property is normally the big thing. You want to buy property, and that's where you want to put your money with. And when I was looking at the returns that you actually get for this type of asset, it's more than what you would get if you were buying property. And at the same time, it's a multiple income stream. You can actually earn while you save your assets. I just don't think there's anything else out there. I've certainly not found anything yet that has something like this. I think I just feel like everybody should be on this. Absolutely everybody should be on this.
Fantastic, fantastic. Well, guys, what I want to do right now is, I'll tell you one of the things that's my passion, is that, like, people always say, Darren, what's your real driver? Like, why this industry? Like what keeps on pulling you back to this particular type of business model? And you know what it is? The relationships. I call it the Friends for Life program. Okay. And one of the things that I will share with you is that the internet is so powerful to start the process of building relationships, and with Zoom and broadcasts and whatnot. But the real connections typically happen at events. Okay. And once that happens, I'm talking about the, like a global network of power leaders. It's so amazing, right? And that's really what always brings me back, is the driver is the people. Okay, is the people. Now, what I want to do right now is I want to bring in here, my soul brother, my brother from another mother. He's somebody that not only leads from the front, he's motivational, he's inspirational, he's made multiple seven figures in a variety of different businesses, and he's an inspiration, guys. Okay, he's somebody that you can always count on. He always shows up, but he leads from the front. So what I'd like to do is introduce you to my brother, Madiba Thompson. How are you, sir?
I'm great, my man. I'm grateful to be here, and I just want to say how much I'm thankful for you and just the years that I followed you, and just the value you not only bring to this whole community of networking because you give the truth, but just the value that you've instilled in me over time. So I'm grateful for you, my friend. D
Awesome,
Little.
awesome, awesome. Well, happy to help, my friend. That's really what it's all about, is to, take off. I call it like lifting the veil, lifting the veil, and really helping people to understand, A, how to leverage the power of the internet, okay? And B, what is it? What is the model? Like that most people that get into our industry, Madiba, they're not even doing our business model. Like, and that, but they think they're doing our business model, but they're actually not. And then they think the business model doesn't work, but nobody ever taught them. Nobody ever taught them, right?
Right.
Now, I know that Madiba, we go back now, quite a few years, and we've worked on a number of different projects together. But you're one of the old schoolers, kind of like
Yep.
me,
Yep.
and you started, a long time back, and been in multiple different companies and in and out of corporate America and back in the industry. What what would you say, have you sort of seen from the shift in the marketplace, and what makes this asset accumulation business model so different than previous things that you have been in?
Yeah. Well, there's a few shifts. I mean, we're in the information age one, but it's there's too much information out there. So I think you get a lot of people that are getting lost in just information overload, and you know, man, I'm just when it comes to what we do, you guys, there's so many people. I've been in this industry for a while, and the reality is this: people are tired. People are so tired. We've had shakes, we've had travel, we've had electricity, you've got all these you've got forex, you got the list goes on and on. There's a ton of Me Too companies, but there's a ton of these companies where people get in, and if you don't do it right, you lose. Ultimately, is it your fault? Yes, but people are tired of losing. People are tired of losing. I've never ever seen a vehicle in my life where it doesn't matter if you decide to share or not, you can't lose. And that's powerful. So, that's, I think, ultimately, man, people are so sick of just everything that they've gone through. And then, oh, well, yeah, but if you come, I know that you did it with them, but if you come do it with me, you can win. And yeah, order those shakes. And then they go order them. Or now we got some new proprietary technology. No, but it wasn't that technology. It's this one. And it's the sweet trees from Africa, and so it's just, people are getting fed just so much crap. And obviously a lot of people take a hook, line, and sinker, but people are tired of losing. And in a time where, we've got all these shutdowns happening, you guys got to understand, people more than ever are looking for a way where they can bootstrap and do something from home, be with their family, but do something that is going to be beneficial for them. And I love it, man. I love what I love what we have our hands on, man. And when there's people like yourself, partner, that get it, you know, because I know how much you like the industry, but don't like the industry, right? We've had those conversations. So back to you, man.
Well, you know what I wanted to just sort of mention here is that, like, there was a time over about, say, the last, you know, like 4 or 5 years where the make money on your money per day, money, you know, 1% return, 2% return, they were all Ponzi schemes. Okay. So what I typically look for, I know that you're going to be covering a little bit about this when you sort of go behind the scenes and take people on a little bit of a vision and a tour. But I would say that the number one most important thing to me now is the owners of the company, okay? The integrity of those owners, and how long has the company been in business, and do they have the finances to be able to handle an exponential growth curve? Because typically, just so you know, guys, that the biggest reason that you know, companies blow up in this industry is their infrastructure cannot handle the exponential growth curve with networking, because it can go like this and then it goes whoa, like this, and the company just doesn't have enough money or infrastructure or staff or, you know, the shipping process and everything else to be able to handle all that amount of business that comes in, and they blow up. Okay. And, you know, so all I can tell you is that took a higher and higher priority for me, looking at what I'm going to put my focus on is who's behind the company. Okay. What's the integrity, and what's their track record, and are they funded? Do they have deep pockets to be able to take the company to the next level and start to expand globally, with knowing that that company is going to be around in 10 or 15 years that I can hand down to my son? Okay. So keep this in mind, guys. Okay. The industry is changing right now, and you got to really, you can't be chasing the money, and you can't be in a situation where it's like, oh, don't worry about if it implodes. Let's make as much money as we can right now. Right. Don't be one of those people. Okay. Don't be one of those people, because what you're doing is you're hurting a lot of lives and a lot of families, and you're crushing their dream. Okay. You're crushing their dream. Okay. So keep that in mind. So what I want to do right now, Madiba, is I want to just hand it over to you so that you can open up the gateway, take people a little bit behind the scenes, and talk about what makes this asset accumulation business model so unique and different. And just to give you guys an idea, okay, because I've just been doing test marketing this time until we got to here, okay? I haven't had to sell any products, okay? I've got no garage or spare bedroom that's stacking up with, you know, stuff that I have to sell, but I've been able to accumulate over 12,000 US dollars in assets. Okay. And those assets now are growing in value. I'm talking about tangible assets that you can hold. They're now in my safe, but I'm not selling products. I'm accumulating assets, and that's the big difference. So I'm going to hand it over to you, Madiba. Take it away.
D, you got full screen? D Little, I can't hear you.
You're actually, your screen's not being shared yet, my friend.
Oh, okay. Sorry about that. That is my fault. I appreciate it. I forgot you gave me the reins. All right. Awesome. There we go, partner. There we go. All right, cool. All right, so we good?
Yeah.
All right, cool. All right, cool, you guys. Well, yeah, as you know, Darren obviously introduced me in the beginning. I'm Madiba Thompson. I'm actually, one of the co-founders of this generational wealth group, and Honored to actually be here. Honored for the invite, my friend. But you guys, I want to say, as you guys sit back and review this information, feel free to take notes if you want to. But I always tell people, try to be somewhere that you won't be distracted. I guarantee to you is what you'll learn about during this overview. It'll definitely empower you, and I guarantee you will not leave the same. So you're going to learn about really the secrets, you guys, of sound money and how the wealthy, you guys have been using it to amass wealth and get ahead for over 5,000 years. You'll also learn about a technology that only we have, and financial institutions didn't think we could make it happen, but we did it anyway. So the time you'll spend with us, obviously it's been valuable already. You got to hear from Darren Little, you got to hear from Brianna Black, but you know, the time you spend with us, you'll learn about that and so many other benefits that you can access actually as a member here with you know, with 7K Metals. And it doesn't matter if you choose to share this or not, everyone benefits. So I like to start with my story briefly. I'm married to an amazing wife. You see my 6 kids there in the middle of the screen. But prior to me getting started 15 years ago, I was a single father, 4 kids, no house, no car, riding around on a bicycle in my mid-30s, absolutely struggling, you know. And so I really got sick and tired of being in my shoes and wanted change. And so I sought mentors and gained mentorship and immersed myself into personal growth, you know. But I worked hard, extremely hard, and actually went on to develop a 7-figure income. Then lost it all. Then in 2017 and 18, when all these crypto scams came about, I actually lost over $2 million in the crypto space. So you guys, it got so bad for me, honestly, in 2019, I had to go back and get a job. You know, then October 20th of 2020, I was introduced to this information about sound money, which is honestly, guys, just another fancy word for like silver and gold. But I took massive action. And in 48 days, working with some amazing people, I was able to quit my job. So I get the honor of sharing these secrets to building wealth, utilizing the power of sound money. And you guys, we share this important information with the masses because most of us don't know this. And we use this simple system of the 7K Metals platform to do it. But the truth is, most people have no clue about these secrets to building and protecting wealth. You know, most of you got life insurance, health insurance, renter's insurance, home insurance, but what insurance do you have on your money? What insurance do you have on your money? Because it's one thing to become wealthy, but it's another thing to protect, keep your wealth, and be able to actually grow it, guys. But before we get started, well, hey, want to congratulate you all for being here. You know, obviously, you know, they sent out the exposure for you guys to check things out. So I'm going to dig in and bury a bunch of mess that's going on that most are unaware of. And I'm going to share these secrets that have been hidden from a majority of us. But yeah, presentation will probably go about that long, maybe not. And then we'll close with some Q&A if you guys have some questions that you want to put in the chat box or however Darren wants to do that. And if we choose to, if he wants to, we can go through kind of an optional digging into how you can benefit. So secrets you'll learn tonight, sound money versus fiat currency, my friends. Growing your wealth with sound money, protecting your wealth with sound money, and why 7K is the best solution we've seen. So I like to start with the problem. Right now, the problem is most people are financially sick. Even the people that make a lot of money don't know what to do with their money to be successful long term. You know, we see this all the time with professional athletes and people who win the lottery that make millions and millions of dollars end up going broke every day because we lack financial literacy. You know, we weren't taught about taxes or sound money or things that control our lives in school. That's why 3 out of 4 Americans live paycheck to paycheck, guys. Think about that. And actually 95% of people who even win the lottery file bankruptcy, meaning I can give most of you millions upon millions of dollars, and a few years from now when we meet up again, most of you will be completely broke because most lack the financial education to be successful. And it's not your fault, really. It was really a part of the setup. You know, let's teach them the 40-40-40 plan. Let's work 40 hours for 40 years to retire at 40% of our income. And a majority of people, guys, they have no clue what sound money is. And our lack of understanding sound money is what is keeping us from a simple way to amass, grow, and protect our wealth. So you guys have all probably seen these digital membership-based subscriptions I'm going to show you. What do they actually do? Well, they all solve a need for an affordable price. You look at Netflix, solves an entertainment need. Apple Music solves a music need. Amazon Prime solves a shopping need. Well, with 7K, it's a digital subscription membership that solves a financial need that taps you into sound money secrets of the wealthy and so much more. by getting you access to opportunities, information, tools, and education. One of the many exclusive member benefits is getting you dealer direct pricing on gold and silver bullion, no minimums or no maximums. Okay, so let's set the stage about the wealth opportunity Mike Maloney actually talks about. Maloney actually wrote the #1 best-selling book of all time on precious metals. So he's an expert and knows what he's talking about. Check this out.
Your true wealth is your time and freedom. Money is just a tool for trading your time. It's a container to store your economic energy until you're ready to deploy it. But the whole world has been turned away from real money and has been fooled into using currency. A deceitful imposter that is silently stealing your two most valuable assets, your time and your freedom. Welcome to the rabbit hole. We are entering a period of financial crisis that is the greatest the world has ever known. The wealth transfer that will take place during this decade is the greatest wealth transfer in history. Wealth is never destroyed, it is merely transferred, and that means that on the opposite side of every crisis, there is an opportunity. The great news is that all you have to do to turn this crisis into your great opportunity is to educate yourself. I believe that the best investment that you can make in your lifetime is your own education. Education on the history of money, education on finance, education on how the global economy works, education on how all of these guys, the central bankers, the stock market, how they can cheat you, how they can scam you. If you learn what is going on and how the financial world works, you can put yourself on the correct side of this wealth transfer. Winston Churchill once said that the further you look into the past, the further that you can see into the future. This program is all about creating your own crystal ball, being able to gaze into the future, being able to change this crisis, the greatest crisis in the history of mankind, into your great opportunity.
So you guys, not only financial advisors, listen, but the media, society, and government, they've trained us to not understand what or know what real money is. And people are absolutely oblivious. So this video, it's somewhat funny, but really not. It shows the state of where a majority of our society is right now. And what you don't know can hurt you. And like Mike Maloney talked about, education is key. So when you see this, think about how massive the opportunity is here with just how people are.
It's your lucky day today. You win a free 10-ounce silver bar, pure silver bullion, or a free Hershey's king-size chocolate bar.
Take this one.
You'll take the chocolate bar. Who needs a 10-ounce bar of silver? No. Have a good day. Would you rather have the Hershey bar than the silver bar?
Yes, I would.
Oh, you would? Okay.
Yeah, the Hershey bar, you just can't eat the silver bar.
Yeah, that's right. You can't eat the silver. What are you going to do with a 10-ounce bar of silver, right? You know.
Hello. Having a special today on 1-ounce gold coins. It's a $50 Canadian maple leaf solid 1-ounce gold coin, offering it today for half price, $25.
No thanks.
Why wouldn't you be interested?
I don't need any gold coins.
Don't need any for $25?
Nope.
I need to pay my taxes, so I'm selling my 1-ounce gold coin. Yeah. Would you be interested? Just name a price, any price, and it's yours. No, I'm good. We can go to Liberty Coin and Precious Metals and verify it's a real 1-ounce coin. Why would I want that gold coin? I don't know. I mean, who needs a gold coin these days, right? Exactly. Trying to raise some money, trying to raise some cash. So I'm going to sell my 1-ounce gold coin. Just wondered if you'd be interested in it. Not really. No? Why not?
Just not something I
It's
need.
a deal. It's like $20 and you can have it.
No, I'm fine.
You can go into the coin shop right here. You can verify that it's authentic and probably even sell it to them for cash. No.
Not interested, man.
Too many gold coins laying around at home?
Possibly, yeah.
All right, well, the deal's off. And what if I were to tell you that You could have taken me up on this offer, went in there and walked out with over $1,500 cash in your hand. I feel like a loser then. Today's not your day, buddy. Sorry. Well, now you know. How can I help you? I just want to sell my 1 ounce gold coin. It's a 1 ounce American Eagle, gold eagle. How much is that worth today? Let's see what we can give you today. $1,634.70. And that's $1,600. Would you like cash or a check? Cash, please. Here's the 70 cents. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And you don't need to see my ID or anything? No, you're not. Sounds good to me, bro.
So guys, you know, what we're going to do here is show you how to use the secrets the wealthy have always used to confidently get ahead of the game now and forever. So the founders of 7K are Josh Anderson, Roger Ball, Zach Davis, Richard Hansen, and one of our founders is responsible for creating a $2 billion company that's been around for over 30 years. These guys didn't need to create 7K, but they understood the importance of this company and that people need this info. They're literally on a mission to change the world. And they have the background to do it, along with an amazing executive team. Matter of fact, our CEO, Jason Arthman, is extremely effective and successful expanding the footprint of companies locally as well as internationally. So these guys know what they're doing. Pockets are deep, and they understand the game of networking. So it's a beautiful thing. But we're currently in 7 countries and expanding into more. We're currently an international company that has doubled in growth every year since its launch in 2016. So we're a 7K. We're built to last. We're a debt-free company. This is literally A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau. Home office located in Idaho Falls, Idaho. We're partnered with the NGC, which is one of the top coin grading companies in the world. Priority relationships we've built with world-leading silver and gold suppliers, allowing us to get large stockpiles of silver eagles and raw silver for minting into 2020 and well beyond. And we have a large membership base, which allows us priority buying power. We use the trusted $4.6 billion Plaid network. You might have heard of like Venmo, okay? Well, they use that to connect and transact with banks, keeping customer data private. And then I told you earlier, we're going to talk about a first ever technology called the Sound Money Wallet. And this is technology that's sought out by other companies wishing we would let them utilize it. But it's ours. We ain't letting nobody use it, okay? So I ask people this: why are most people struggling today? Why do we have to keep working more and getting less? And how have big banks, corporations, and Wall Street, you guys, silently robbed all of us of our wealth? So let's dive back in with a little bit more of Mike Maloney about gold and silver hidden secrets of money.
The hidden secrets of money, some of them are hidden in plain sight. They're like right in front of you. The way the monetary system works is something that isn't actually hidden away from all of us. It's out in the open, but it's complex and people just they can't see how it works. It's hard for them to imagine that we're living in such a hoax. Others are meant to be secret, but the truth is slowly coming out, like the Federal Reserve being a private corporation and not really part of the US government. But when I started studying this, what I found was that there was no place that I could point people to where they could get it all in one spot. And so I basically decided to write my book about it and consolidate monetary history, economics, the markets, fundamentals of gold and silver. There's a lot of smoke and mirrors in economics, and I've sort of made it my job to lift the fog for people. Welcome to Egypt. This is where it all began. Roughly 5,000 years ago, the Egyptians started using gold and silver as their predominant form of currency. But it was not yet money. The pieces of gold and silver that they were using were odd sizes and weights, odd purities, so it still was not interchangeable, where each unit is the same as the next. This meant that nothing really had a price yet. You couldn't put a price of so many coins on something because they didn't have coins yet. Trade was still difficult. It was still a guessing game when it came to the exchange of values. One of the reasons that we are in the financial mess that we are today globally is that people do not understand the difference between currency and money. Currency is a medium of exchange, a unit of account. It is portable, durable, divisible, and something called fungible. Fungible means that each unit is the same as the next unit. $1 in my pocket buys the same amount as $1 in your pocket. Money is all of those things plus a store of value over a long period of time. Even financial planners, bankers, your accountant, they don't understand the difference between currency and money. The currency in your pocket is a medium of exchange. It's a unit of account because it's got numbers on it. It's somewhat durable, it's portable, it's divisible in that you can make change, and it's fungible. $1 in my pocket buys the same amount as $1 in your pocket. But because governments can print more and more and more of it and dilute the currency supply, it's continually transferring wealth out of your pocket, out of your bank account, to the government and to the banking system. The reason that gold and silver are the optimum form of money is because of their properties. It's an easy medium of exchange because gold and silver store a large amount of value in a very small area. It's a unit of account. Pure gold has the same value all over the planet. So an ounce of gold buys the same amount here in Egypt as it would in China or in the United States. It's durable. The same gold that Egyptians were using in trade 5,000 years ago is still here with us today. It does not corrode. It's divisible. You can make change with it. It's very portable. You could use something like oil as money. It's just that you can't carry around a barrel of oil on your back. It's fungible. Pure gold is the same wherever it is on Earth. Pure silver is the same wherever it is on Earth. It's limited in quantity. That's the reason that it maintains its purchasing power. Governments cannot print it. Over the last 5,000 years, only gold and silver have maintained their purchasing power. There have been thousands upon thousands of fiat currencies that are unbacked by gold or silver, and they have all gone to zero. It's a 100% failure rate.
Well, fiat currency, of course, is a currency that exists at the dictate or by fiat from a government. You say they have their printing presses, and the paper money rolls off the printing presses, and then they give it the fiat designation, which makes the currency official. It's just worthless paper. But when Ben Bernanke gives it the special sign, and they have the cult meeting at the Federal Open Market Committee meetings, it suddenly becomes currency.
If you look at what's really going on, it's a con game. And so there's confidence. Well, the Federal Reserve is very forthright about what they're doing. If you read their websites, they'll tell you it's a confidence game. They tell you that there's no intrinsic value in their money. They'll tell you that they print it backed by absolutely nothing. They actually display all these facts. But if you tell somebody in the public that this stuff is created out of thin air, there's no backing whatsoever, it's absolutely worthless, it's about as valuable as monopoly money, they'll look at you like you're nuts.
You guys, it's really, I mean, everything's unfolding right before our eyes. So at the beginning stages of COVID, I don't know, did you know this? U.S. printed more money in 1 month than in 2 centuries. That's 200 years. Heck, just on August 11th, I think it was, they printed, they okayed printing 1.4 or $3 trillion. Then right during that same day, they asked for another $3.5 trillion. Then in Bloomberg at the beginning of this year, it said the dollar's crash is only just beginning. It's only a matter of time. And you guys, sound money is literally how we take our freedom back. So I'm sure you've noticed your money is not going as far as it used to. Well, watch this short clip on what's happening with your money.
Let me ask you a question. Are you working harder for your money just to cover the basics, but your money just doesn't seem to go as far? Look, it's not just you, and you're not alone. Higher costs and added financial pressures on families today are causing fear, uncertainty, and doubt on a large scale. In fact, as of May 2017, 44% of Americans said they could not cover a $400 emergency expense, and they'd have to rely on credit cards, selling something, or borrowing the money if such an event arose. So the question is, what's happening with your money? Look, it's in the numbers. In 1913, the Federal Reserve was created. In 2013, your dollar bill's buying power has been reduced to 5 cents. The dollar has lost around 96% of its value since the Federal Reserve was created in 1913. Look, here's how it hits you at home. This is the price increases from 2000 to 2018. If you eat food at home, the price of eating food has gone up by 43%, 59% if you eat out. You have to heat your home, your heat sources have gone up 99%. Car insurance, this is mandatory stuff, things you have to have. 90%, 97% increase in car insurance. Water and sewer, 133%. How many of you have loved ones that you would love to see go to college, either your children or your grandchildren, and yet their college tuition has gone up by 151% since 2000? Now, let me ask you this. Are medical costs going to increase or decrease the older we get and the longer we live? They're only going to increase, and it's going to cost much, much more. In fact, from 2000 to 2018, your medical care expenses have gone up by 97%. So, do you mind if we show you the case for sound money? Don't worry. It's just a fancy name for gold and silver. In fact, gold and silver is one of the secrets the wealthy have used for ages to amass and protect their wealth. In fact, governments and financial institutions know and use the secret. They are the largest holders of gold and
silver in the world today, you guys. So after seeing those stats, does your financial future seem more challenging? But it's like, why aren't your financial professionals telling you? Because they don't benefit from you buying the real physical asset that is proven to maintain its purchasing power while the fiat currency steadily decreases and eventually fails. You know, the truth is, they don't want you to know. They want you to think it's not important to know the secret of sound money. And so buy gold and silver. Why buy gold and silver? Well, I'm going to continue with the problem most aren't seeing, using third-party validation to paint a clear picture of why I buy gold and silver and why many others are taking advantage of the 7K Metals platform after being informed. Because the reality is, you guys, knowledge is only power when you use it, my friends. So who banks with Chase? Well, while you're putting your money in the bank, they're putting your money into silver. It's a scandalous banking system. JP Morgan Chase and Company, and this is the Department of Justice, United States Department of Justice, my friends, they agreed to pay $920 million in connection with schemes to defraud precious metals in U.S. Treasuries markets. They know silver prices are poised to outperform riskier assets. In fact, JP Morgan is increasing its inventory, knowing that the prices will eventually surge higher. And JP Morgan's COMEX silver warehouse now holds the most significant physical silver bullion position of all time. But look at this. Look at what banks and countries around the world are doing. Russia, for the first time, holds more gold than US dollars. But all you've been taught, oh, you save your money, save for a rainy day, save for retirement, save for college, saving a dollar that continues to fail, continues to go backwards. You can go check usdebtclock.org on this. China is the largest holder of gold than any other country in the world, guys. So it's about making a shift. But, you know, the cash flow quadrant right here, I don't even know. Maybe you've seen it, maybe you haven't. But Robert Kiyosaki talks about this. And this is what they didn't teach you in school, about getting on the right side of the money, you know. And which side of the quadrant are you currently on? Are you the employee, always looking for a secure job with good benefits and promotions? You know, need to have a stable paycheck. That, you know, they have a job, right? Well, self-employed, they seek safety and adapt the following maximum. If you want something done right, you got to do it yourself, right? Well, they own a job. They have active income. They trade time for money. Both employees and self-employed, if they don't work, they don't eat. They don't get paid. The right side, you guys, is where it's at, as business owner. We always keep an eye out on a good system. They have people working for them or with them. And they have leverage. And then the other side is the investor making money work hard for them. They have time and money, passive income, not dependent on your presence. And so we have both with what we're doing over here with this. But here's 5 reasons for sound money. Is a hedge against poor government decisions and potential economic collapse, wealth accumulation, wealth protection, portfolio diversification, and coin collecting, which ends up being one that actually ends up being a lot of fun. But what I want to point you to now is a tool that only we have. Nobody else has this, and it's powerful. It's called the Sound Money Wallet. This is one of your member benefits. Check this out.
If you're watching this video, chances are you're curious about gold and silver and have a few questions, like, why should I buy precious metals? What metals should I be buying? Who can I trust to buy them from? How do I know I'm getting a good deal? And how can I afford more? Well, you're not alone. Most people have these questions, and over the next few minutes, we'll give you an easy solution. Most people would say, I had a feeling it was important and a good idea to own precious metals, but really didn't understand why. So I didn't do anything. This lack of understanding has cost people a lot of money. Quite honestly, we don't want you to make the same mistake. We have watched far too many people struggle as the economy fluctuates, employment issues arise, or unexpected changes come up in life. Owning gold and silver can help shield you long-term against all these challenges. When we started 7K, it became a mission to help the average person get ahead by adding precious metals to their portfolio, no matter their knowledge or circumstances. We have already changed the precious metals industry by offering some of the best pricing without any minimums or maximums, period. We are now completely revolutionizing the industry and making it so anyone and everyone will be able to start buying precious metals. It doesn't matter if it's a significant amount or even just $1. The new technology provided by a partner company, Sound Money, will allow you to convert your cash to gold or silver instantly. There are no shipping wait times. There's no worry about where you're going to store it, and you'll sleep easy at night knowing that if you ever want us to send you the metal, it will be in the mail at the drop of a hat. Transferring cash, gold, or silver to other members is simple, and there's no spread costs. Let's say you wanted to send 1 ounce of silver to a friend. It's just like you would have taken it out of your safe at home and sent it to them in the mail, except it's instant, and you don't have to worry about postage, and it's much less expensive than shipping. Your friend will see the 1 ounce of silver reflected in their Sound Money wallet, and it all takes less than a minute. Being able to transfer metal instantly to someone else has never been done, and it's truly game-changing. So, you may be asking yourself, if they're willing to send me the metal from my Sound Money wallet silver account, does that mean they have it on hand somewhere? Yep. Every time you make a transfer from cash, gold, or silver in the Sound Money wallet, we carefully put that amount of gold or silver in a non-segregated Sound Money private vaulting space. When you request the metal be shipped to you, we simply take the metal you requested from the non-segregated vault space and send it to your front door. Between third-party auditing and Sound Money policy, we have to have an equal amount of physical silver or gold to meet the transaction rate in the Sound Money wallet. So, what about the security of the Sound Money private vault? Your metal will be sitting behind 4 layers of some of the most technologically advanced security possible. One of the biggest questions we've found while helping people understand the real power of owning gold and silver is, what do I do if I need cash? The old way is that you would need to take it to a local dealer who would most likely give you several reasons why he can't give you what the metal is actually worth. Or you would need to contact an online buyer who typically has a $1,000 minimum. They would tell you a price over the phone, only to be much lower after it finally arrives at their facility and they inspect it 4 to 6 weeks later. Not to mention the shipping that you paid. The traditional buyback program at 7K is much simpler and much more friendly than any other way. Now with the Sound Money wallet, it is hands down the best way to convert your metals back to cash if you get in a pinch. With one of the best buyback prices in the industry, no gimmicks, no minimums, and nominal transaction fees, you can instantly convert your gold or silver back to cash. No headaches, no hassle, just easy. So, whether you're a savvy investor who knows the power of gold or silver and the advantages of a private vault, or you're trading your first dollar for gold or silver, Sound Money will make it convenient and easy. You can finally be confident that the control is back in your hands from start to finish.
I like it that you can buy gold and silver in fractional amounts. It is great for my children. You know, they don't have $2,000 to buy an ounce of gold, but they can go in there and they can buy $40. They can buy $100 worth of gold 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
I spend $5 at a time buying gold, or one silver eagle at a time, or less. Just whatever I can afford that day. It's so awesome.
I actually had some cryptocurrency that I was losing money with, and I reached out to a good friend of mine who said, we're moving over to gold and silver. And I said, awesome. He said, we're going to put your cryptocurrency in our Sound Money wallet. And I just am so forever thankful for this opportunity to be able to buy gold and silver and create a legacy for my family.
So you guys, when you think about 7K, just think of 7K Metals as a premier Costco membership for those who want to buy gold and silver. You're not buying anything new. You're transferring wealth from a declining fiat paper dollar to appreciating assets. And many of the people just buy the annual membership for all the member benefits and don't even ever tell anybody about it. I don't understand how they don't tell people with everything going on, but to each his own. But gold and silver, it's God's money. It's been used for over 6,000 years, has eternal properties. It can't be duplicated or fake. So I do want to share just a kind of a short little video here. And we are close to
watching this video. You know the value of gold and silver and probably already own some of it yourself and definitely want more. But you're wondering, why 7K? We have a different kind of model. We have built and leveraged relationships spanning the globe in the precious metals industry to bring you an exclusive membership model that for the first time, regardless of your financial circumstances or how little you have to spend, makes buying gold and silver easy and accessible to you. Here at 7K Metals, we use the power of gold and silver to provide a way for people like you to create financial independence, preserve wealth, and live an exceptional life. A small part of our exclusive membership is giving you access to the power of precious metals at the absolute best price. How? We cut out the middleman and act as our own broker, wholesaler, and dealer, saving you money and making buying precious metals even more affordable. In the traditional model of buying gold and silver, by the time it gets to you, it is passed through many different people who each take a cut before passing it to the next. Sometimes it passes through as many as 4 to 5 people or organizations, being marked up each time before you have access to purchase it. We do things differently. As I mentioned, we cut out everyone in the middle and offer gold and silver to you at extremely competitive prices. Oh, and did we mention there are no minimums or maximums, period. One of the major advantages of your new membership is we do the work for you. Most people avoid buying numismatic and collector's coins simply because they're scared, don't understand their true value, and have no idea what they're looking for. But the truth is, if you're not buying collector's coins, you likely are going to repeat the $1.2 million mistake. This is what a certain collection of coins is worth today if you had just purchased one of them a month since 1986. The good news is you don't have to repeat the same mistake twice. We do the research for you and put collecting coins on autopilot. Now, you're probably no newbie to silver and gold and know there are many reasons why collecting coins is a smart thing to do. But that doesn't mean it's easy. Why? Because of discipline. Most people today lack the discipline to do the small things that will lead to big things over time. This is why we created the Autosaver program. It's an optional program in 7K Metals, but one of the things we are most loved for. Basically, we will send you a collector's coin every single month. At the end of the year, you'll be able to look back and see that you've been collecting something that will change your life forever. something that will have a lasting impact for generations to come. Fact is, you're going to spend the money anyway, so you might as well spend it on something that will help you accumulate real wealth. Our autosaver or coin of the month program, as we sometimes call it, not only helps you with discipline, but also gets you in the coin collecting game, which is one of the most valuable things we learned as we researched gold and silver. We had no idea how valuable and how easy it is to collect the right coins when you know what you're doing. So by participating in our autosaver program, you get all these benefits in several different options. The Silver Eagle is a favorite, but some of the other collections and options make it feel like Christmas is hitting your doorstep every single month. Rest assured, we have an option that will fit you. In fact, most members have a hard time choosing just one option, so they choose 2 or 3. Our promise to you is that whatever option you choose, it will have the things that make each one valuable: rarity and story. Not only can there be a lot of money with these collectibles, but they're the most fun for people of all ages. So, by choosing to become a member of 7K Metals, you get access to our buyer certification program with no monthly commitment, access to silver and gold at the best price, no minimums, no maximums, period. Access to our exclusive autosaver program, coins sent to your door every month on autopilot. Access to the collectibles that show to be the most rare and hold the greatest promise of potential future value. You also become part of a group of like-minded people that are changing an industry and ultimately the world. Now, as I mentioned earlier, here at 7K, we use the power of gold and silver to provide a way for people like you to create financial independence, preserve wealth, and live an exceptional life. While collecting gold and silver certainly contributes to this, we don't stop there. If you like our story and want to share it with others, we will pay you for that sharing. It's no different than you sharing your favorite restaurant, a movie you liked, or a new book you just read. No different, except we actually pay you for sharing it. Fact is, if you like something, you share it, and we feel you should be rewarded for that sharing. We certainly appreciate it, and it's our way of saying thank you. And beyond that, it's just another way for us to use the power of gold and silver to provide you a way to create financial independence, preserve wealth, and live an exceptional life. Oh, one last thing. Something we noticed as we did our research was that some of the wealthiest people and corporations make up the largest buying groups of precious metals. And we learned from them that silver and gold is really about a lifestyle. Now, what better contributes to a rich lifestyle than travel? Not to mention, it's something that just about everyone wants to do more of. So, we decided to reward you again for being part of 7K Metals. With your monthly autosaver purchase, and starting when you choose your membership package for the first time, we will unlock what we call 7K Advantage. 7K Advantage will be your personal travel booking site. Inside that portal, or the phone app if you choose, you will find over 800,000 ways to save. From your favorite local restaurants, to great deals on big name brands, to booking travel for business, or what we like, for fun. The average member can easily save over $1,000 per year without even trying. In fact, one of our members reported that they saved several $100s on their trip to Disneyland. If you think about it, this member benefit alone is worth every penny of the membership and makes it feel like you're getting free silver every single month. With the 7K Advantage, you will save more where you have to spend, so you can spend more where you want.
So you guys, they talked a little bit about like this $1.2 million mistake. I figured I'd just share this. This is extremely short. Check this out.
The $1.2 million mistake. Let's begin by taking a look at this chart that shows the purchasing power of the US dollar from 1913 to 2013. In 1913, the purchasing power of the dollar was worth $1. In 2013, it was worth 5 cents. We have seen the dollar and all world currencies lose value over time. Some of this is due to inflation, but most of this is because of a change that occurred in 1971. In 1971, the U.S. president ended the Bretton Woods Agreement, which cut all ties to currencies being backed by gold. All at once, all world currencies became a fiat currency, meaning they are simply backed by what the government says they are worth. Take this scenario as an example. Let's say you wanted to purchase a brand new Mustang in 1965. It would have cost you around $2,500 or 2,500 silver coins. Today, the same 2,500 won't get you the car, but the same 2,500 silver coins could buy you 2 cars. As you can see here, while the US dollar has lost its value over time, gold and silver has maintained its purchasing power. So, what would have happened if you knew this was going to occur and started purchasing silver? Let me show you. It begins with the MS-70 Silver Eagle. MS stands for Mint State. It's a grading system, and an MS-70 coin means the coin is in its perfect condition. If you had purchased one of these coins every single month since 1986, you would be sitting on a $1.2 million portfolio. And get this, that $1.2 million portfolio would have only cost you $50,000. That's the $1.2 million mistake.
It's actually a $2.6 million mistake now with the increase on the asset. But you guys, it's like with fine wine. The MS-70 numismatic coins have the ability to go far above the spot price of actual silver. It's their rarity, story, and beautiful artwork can be more valuable than the actual raw silver. If you look at that 1999 MS-70 up there, I've actually seen that coin go for as much as $19,000. And then down on the bottom left, that's the T'Challa coin or Black Panther, because when Chadwick died, that shot up in value, right? But like at 7K, you guys, we get paid to buy assets that appreciate over time. This is a coin that I actually purchased a few months back for $139. I've seen that coin sell for as much as $800. Now, we don't determine what coin values are going to be on coins that you purchase over time, but this is a real example. It doesn't guarantee that all coins you purchase go up by some guaranteed percentage, but it's still amazing assets. 139 for this coin here. I saw that coin go for a lot more than that as well. But talking about like simple systems we have, some of you may be thinking, well, you know, how do I keep track of coins, or how do I sell coins if I want to liquidate? By the way, this isn't about you coming over and being a gold salesperson or a coin salesperson. I would like to make sure people understand that. You know, I'm actually stacking this for the family. But, you know, for those of you wondering how you liquidate, well, Stack and Sell is a great solution. It's another first ever in the coin space, and 7K gives you access to it at no cost, just like the Sound Money wallet being a first ever technology in gold and silver bullion space. Look at this real quick. So on the right is an example of a 7K member Stack and Sell dashboard. They bought 43 coins for $8,605 over time, and the market value is approximately $12,623. That's a 46.7% increase. I ask people, how's your money doing in the bank, right? So now, disclaimer, Stack and Sell is a real example of market value. It doesn't guarantee that all coins you purchase go up by a guaranteed percentage, but it shows what sellers have sold for and what buyers have bought for. Kind of like a car value. Some sell the car for more and some sell for less, but the guide is accurate. Also, it's an accurate way for you to prove what you've got for homeowners insurance so you can get covered if any kind of thing happened. But let me ask you this. How many times has this happened to you? You know what I'm saying? You put money into your savings account only to eventually spend the money you plan to save. And it's exactly why 1 in 4 Americans have no retirement savings. Okay, if you go look at Yahoo Finance, you can watch this video, but also talk about Social Security being gone by 2034, you know? So look at what this City Accelerate Savings Account is doing. So, I mean, it's 0.5, this is the Accelerate Savings, it's 0.5%. So do you want a savings account or you want collectibles and precious metals, right? So, another member benefit is this buyer certification. We already made the mistake, so you don't have to. But just imagine you guys knowing what coins to buy and not to buy, taking advantage of non-reportable coins that you don't pay capital gains taxes on. This is just what the wealthy are doing. So you can learn important tax benefits. You guys, some of the non-reportable coins like the American Gold and Silver Eagle that are in our Sound Money wallet that you get access to, you don't pay taxes on, my friends, as the asset increases. It's really crazy, but what we're doing is huge with 7K, and we're attracting and establishing like powerful relationships. So briefly meet Michael Miles Standish. He's the vice president of the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation. He was recently named one of the top 10 most influential in the coin space from 1960 to 2020 by Coin World magazine. So just think about the most elite in whatever field or sport you know of. So he found out about what we were doing at 7K that was disrupting gold, silver, and the collectible coin space, and he wanted to be a part of it. So we have an exclusive deal with Michael Miles Standish to design rare numismatic specialty coins. Matter of fact, pictured there is a couple of the coins that were very rare and extremely popular that he designed for us. But I want you to hear what Miles says about what we're doing at 7K. Okay.
Most of the people that we know, and I live in a suburbia neighborhood about 25 miles out of the city of Austin. And I would bet if I have 400 homes in my neighborhood, I bet there's maybe less than 25 homes that would know how to buy gold and silver. And these are a lot of these people are people in the oil business, doctors, high professional neighborhood, and they're clueless. And if and think about that, to me, and I think I was talking about when the Reddit thing happened and they thought they were going to make a big run on silver. I called that the great awakening of gold and silver, because so many people, especially young people that are into the internet and into social media, they were going to learn quickly if they didn't already know how to buy gold and silver. And, I find it amazing, though, because I have so many people that, ask me from time to time, they'll meet me and they ask me what I'll do. And it's like, hey, is there any way to buy gold and silver? Do you go to the bank to buy gold and silver? And it's like, no, banks don't sell gold and silver. They don't want you to buy gold and silver. Mm-hmm. They want you to deposit, withdraw, borrow, and deposit again. So it's kind of you guys are involved in something, even though gold has only been able to be purchased the last 45 years, you're involved with something that you can educate so many people in so many walks of life that they don't have a clue how to get what you got. And it's really cutting edge that you get to do it. And guess what? There is such a large pool of people to teach them about sound money. And you've got a system that's really easy for them to do it.
So you guys, that's from the top of the food chain. So we talked about the cash flow quadrant and getting on the right side. Well, here, this is simple. I mean, you get paid to share. It's like if we watch a good movie, we tell others about it. If we eat at a great restaurant, we share it with our friends. Why not share the 7K membership and get paid for your efforts? This is something that people need to know about. And there was that slide that talked about, as of May 2017, well, you guys, as of 2021, 68% of Americans said they can't cover a $400 emergency expense. So what happens is that you share this, you can earn points, and you can literally get paid. You can only create 2 teams with what we've got going. I'll share income disclosures that, listen, if you don't go to work, you don't get paid. But listen, you're stacking an asset. So it really makes sense. But what happens here is that, as you share this, with a couple people, one left, one right, that allows you to be able to unlock what we do over here and actually make up to $500 a week, with what we're doing. As you move through it, you actually get to the point to where you make it up to 1,000, up to 2,000, but it's super simple. It's super simple to share this. And as you move through the ranks, it just gets better and better, for those that want to really go after it and tackle this. You know, a matter of fact, I've got a young lady on my team that has hit that rank of gold, making up to 7,000 a week. But you know, there's two ways to get started with this. And I tell people, if you're not willing to learn, well, Zig Ziglar says, if you're not willing to learn, no one can help you. If you're determined to learn, no one can stop you. So the premium membership, it's $4.99. You get everything that you saw that was talked about here. And you also get 12 technology credits, which gives you the ability to use this. We have this app to share the information. And then we also have back office tracking. You're going to get an MS-70 silver coin, which is that perfect coin. So it has the ability to go, has the best possibility to go up in value the most. And you're going to get a piece of silver bullion on top of that. You're going to get business cards, 4 wealth strategy books that can allow you to be able to share this. And the standard membership get you everything right. But you're going to get 3 technology credits. After that, it's $9.99 a month. And you'll get a piece of silver. It's just not that MS-70. Okay, so it puts you in the silver game. But I put it to people like this. If you want to share this with other people, man, get started as a premium member. If you just want to, you know, stack, you know, start stacking assets, then, you know, just take advantage of the standard membership. But you can share at the standard and be able to get paid as well. The optional autosaver, this is optional, okay? But this is eliminating, this is like forced savings program, my friend, is exactly what this is. But the basic is 105. The variety, which is the most popular, is 139. And then the specialty is now a half gram of gold, and that's 179. But you guys, listen, as you watched all this, I want you to consider all the amazing benefits that you get for your dollar. This membership is an absolute bargain, and it's blessing people at a time when they need it, because people are confused with and you know, don't know how to get access to gold and silver. And if you're saying, "Oh, I can't afford it," and you're grown, you need to evaluate your situation and ask yourself, how on the earth do I not have $4.99 or $1.99 to take advantage of this? And you need to start working with Darren Little and working with Brianna, you know, to change your temporary situation. This is not the time to play around for you or your family. And if you don't get what you saw, then you probably need to watch it again. But if you had a choice, would you take tangible assets that appreciate over time or products that expire? If someone left you an inheritance, a closet full of gold and silver, or products such as vitamins and lotions, shakes, etc., you know, that expire, which would you be more excited about getting, right? And so I leave you with building a case for a business case for 7K. Okay. But again, most people just don't take advantage of the membership and don't tell anybody. But this is an asset driven market model. Gold and silver, you can't lose. You can't lose. I don't know anything else that you say you can't lose with, but you can't here. Very low startup cost, possible fast ROI or return on investment if you take action and utilize the tools that we help you out with. Little to no overhead or operational costs. You got extremely low risk, hold no inventory, high profit margins with what we do, and the recurring revenue and being able to benefit financially, you know, through residual income. So does it work? I'm going to actually bring on a friend of mine, Emily Manuel, out of Kauai, and this gal is amazing. She is a real estate monster. I mean, millions of dollars in sales in real estate. She actually ended up, you know, being able to start her own sanitation business, which was a big thing during this whole COVID epidemic. And she's an amazing business builder, single mom. And Dee, can you bring? Oops, let me do it like this. Let me stop sharing. Sorry. Let me go. Okay, Emily, you there?
I think so.
All right, awesome. Hey, listen, I'm so glad you're here, and I'm grateful for everything that you do. You've done amazing in such a short period of time. But if you would, you know, share your story, and then just share people the kind of the real raw and why you jumped on board with what we've got going on and how much value, because you've got time to spend with the founders, with ownership. You know, you got that bird's eye view. So take it away.
Yeah, you know, gosh, when I first got started, you guys, I got a message on my phone, and the text said, "Hey, do you know anybody that would be interested in buying physical gold and silver?" And this was coming from a friend of mine that I respect and know and trust, right? And when you get messages like that from people, you kind of go, well, shoot me, So I told him, so he picked up the phone. We had like a 5-minute conversation, and really within that few minutes, I was driving and on my way to volunteer at the food bank. I said yes. So I said, hey, look, I'm driving, I'm going to give you my credit card, just sign me up, because I just knew the value of it. And I didn't think I had to wait. And when he explained, how much it was to start, I was like, shoot, drop in the bucket. I was like, I was expecting more, actually. I was expecting like 2,000, 3,000. Will it be five, And he's like 499. I'm like, yeah, let's do this. So as I go to the food bank, I'm telling him, look, I'm super busy, right? At that time, I had multiple real estate deals going on. I was gosh, I had, like, Madiba talked about, like, during the pandemic, I had created a business that was a fogging and sanitation company that actually targeted and helped businesses reopen because of COVID, right? And then on top of that, I was doing a lot of volunteer work in our community. I was doing the food drives, and I was mentioning I was on my way to the Hawaii Food Bank. And so I told them, I said straight out, I was like, look, guys, I have no time for this. Like, I just want to stack for my daughter because it makes sense. Um, because when I think about it, like, if my daughter wanted to do what I do, she'd have to go get her own real estate license if she even wants to, and then go work, right? In order for me to give her my business. And guys, I'll tell you a little backstory.
Yeah.
Madiba mentioned I'm a single mom, and my daughter actually was really sick when she was younger. And so it caused some delays for her. And so there's some things that she's just not capable of doing. And she's not, she's smart, but there's just some challenges that she has that, some people just aren't able to do. And so when I thought, gosh, you need to say that I can buy one of these guys, or I can collect like this stuff here that I can just buy it, let it sit, and then she can inherit that. Really simple. And then when she's ready to liquidate it, I can avoid a lot of tax implications, so that she doesn't get penalized for what I just gifted her. I was like, that right there sold me. So I'm on my way. So I'm at the food bank, and I'm thinking about all this information, that I just learned about that I couldn't regurgitate because I just heard it. And so I called, I think I texted you, Madiba, right?
Yep.
I think I texted, yeah, I did. I texted Madiba. I'm like, hey, dude, like, can you like set up a Zoom call for me today? Like, I'm at the food bank right now, and as I'm looking around, I'm watching all these people that need this, that need to know about the information I just found out about. I was like, how can I not tell them, because this is so smart? So that afternoon, Madiba called me. He's like, hey, did you invite anybody yet? I'm like, not yet, but I'm going to. I said, I'm almost done. Once I get off, I promise I'll make calls, and I'll try to get people on there. And within an hour, literally from the time I got off the food bank, I was like texting and making calls and trying to drive to a place where I can actually like sit down and do a Zoom call. And we managed to get about a dozen or so people on there, maybe about 12.
Yep.
And one of them was Daryl, who ended up, being a instrumental person in my business.
Very.
Yeah, and that kind of did a little pivot in our business to start with. Well, kind of fast forward, you guys, the more and more I became involved with this company, I realized really what we got our hands on. I knew it was already smart from just the little that I knew. And I'm the type of person, I just jump in and I figure it out along the way. I'm like, I don't really know how to buy gold and silver. I'm sure they'll tell me, right? I'll just learn it. I tell people, like, the YouTube video, are you going to go watch a YouTube to go learn how to ride a bike, or are you going to go jump on it and just try it? You know? I'm like, you can learn as much as you can, but you don't really know and experience it until you actually get on. So anyways, so now we talk about like the autosaver program, right? This is the set it and forget it program. And we talked about, how many of you have tried to attempt saving money? How many of you in the audience have tried to save money, and you did, and then you lost it all, either because you spent it on something else that either was an emergency or quote unquote emergency, or just because it was easy to access and you just wanted to dip into it, right?
Yeah.
And so if that's you, right, this autosaver program is what really helps average people like us to be able to get ahead. Because for $100, instead of putting that into a savings account, that's going to do nothing for you. You can go Google, go online, go find the highest interest rate you can get for putting money in a savings account. Just go look for yourself. I'm not going to go tell you. Go look. And I think you already know it's probably less than 1%. And then you go see a tangible asset like he just showed you, where the product in itself, right, is going to appreciate over time. And some are high performers, so they'll actually have a better return rate than some of the other things. And then you go buy something like this, right, the Silver Eagles, and you saw the 1.2 million dollar mistake, but you also saw like the wealthy buy gold and silver, right? This is the MS70s. But guys, people are buying silver. Oh my gosh, did Madiba tell you that Madiba actually was able to hit this position called silver? When you hit that rank and you do that within your first 90 days, do you know that the company actually rewards you for doing that? And they give you a silver bar, right?
Yep.
Do you have a silver bar with you?
Yeah, I do actually.
So Madiba got one,
100 ounces.
and we each got one. So when you hit that position of silver, you guys, the company gives us an asset. So what I'm trying to explain to you guys, is that the company is teaching us wealth. Have you ever held a 100-ounce silver bar? Anybody in the chat? That was the very first time I'd ever held a 100-ounce silver bar, ever.
That's right. It's crazy.
Right?
It's
right? And so the company is giving us an asset, and guys, they're saying that the asset that we just were gifted for free, right, is going to appreciate over time, and it's probably going to be worth what, maybe at some point $100 per ounce, right? Times 100 ounces. I mean, you just do your own math, right? Like so I mean, I hate to end without like really hitting home with this, you guys, because you're not buying anything. You're not taking money and spending it on something that is going to expire. You're not purchasing a product that isn't going to bring value to your home. So if someone said to me, "Hey, I'm in it for about a year. I've been buying one of these guys every single month. I've done nothing with my business except collect."
Yeah.
I would be so excited. And I'll tell you why. Because what we did was we put wealth in their hands. So every single month, the coin that they buy for a whole year, they got 12 of these amazing coins, now is worth more than what they paid for when they first started.
Yeah.
So we made their money grow. Super crazy. And no one gets hurt. You're not going to go be throwing away and dumping $10,000 worth of products that are in your garage that you didn't know had an expiration date on there.
Right.
I remember I pulled out vitamins from the closet, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, I got extra vitamins!" I pulled it out, and I'm like, "Oh, guess what? It expired."
Yeah,
I was like,
we did that just the other day.
Right?
Yeah.
Right. And what I love, you guys, is we get paid to share. We get paid to show people how to get ahead faster. The company compensates you for really spreading the word and educating people. And when you educate people, they reward you for it. And so what happened was, for me, I've gotten paid every single week since I started. Let me rephrase that. Every single week since I've started. Every single week. Every single week. We get paid weekly.
When did you get started? October 28th, 2020? November 2020. Yeah.
November. Yeah. So I've gotten paid every single week since I've started. I've cycled every week. And what I did with the money is, guys, I just take it and I put that into gold and silver and collectible items, right? Because that puts me on a fast track to either retirement or that goal that I had to make sure my daughter is financially free. Can you imagine if now I don't do one autosaver, you guys. I used to just do one. Now I have like 3 or 4 autosavers going on. Because they said, "Oh, if you buy one MS70, once a month for 30 years, you'll make $1.2 million." I was like, shoot, why don't I buy 3 or 4?
That's funny. So you went on, and I appreciate you being on here big time, and just sharing value. Obviously super busy. but you've went on not only to, you know, get paid every single week, as I know that for a fact, but you've also, because you've been able to help other people, just utilizing the different tools that we have, you've actually been able to go on to develop or to hit the level of gold where you actually have the ability to make up to $7,000 a week. And you did that in what? How long?
6 months.
6 months. 6 months, guys. So it's truly life changing. I appreciate you hopping on. I'm just gonna end with this right here. I'm gonna end with this right here, guys, and then I'm gonna toss it back over to D Little, my main man. But after seeing this information, you guys, there's really only 3 types of people. So, you know, tell you if it's D Little, if it's Rihanna, if it's whoever else, tell the person who invited you where you stand. If you're an A, it simply means, you know, I'd like to get a membership. If that's the case, then the person who invited you can help you get enrolled right away and then get your membership all set up so you can start buying gold and silver right away, you guys. Start getting those appreciating assets, right? Person B says, you know what, I like what I hear, but I have some questions. Well, we can get your questions answered right now, you know, if you want to in the chat box, or if you want to do it, you know, offline. Have that person, you can hop on the phone with them and get your questions answered with zero pressure, but simply to help you make the best decision for yourself, right? And person C says, you know what, I'm not interested, or it's not for me at this time. And for that, you guys, I mean, we sincerely thank you for taking the time to watch this information. Maybe you might know some others that might be interested in buying gold and silver that this information could be helpful to. And you could pass them on as a referral. And also, you know, as at the same time down the road, when things change in your mindset or maybe your position, you know, you can get back to the person who invited you. You know, remember they thought enough about you to either send out the list to you to invite you on to this information. But it's extremely powerful. And believe me, when I say we have tools, you know, we have tools in place. You know, when I quit my job within 48 days, I was taking advantage of this app that they get you access to, you know, and it's just something the company hooks you up with. So my man, D Little, you know, I tell people, man, you know, thanks for obviously joining. The question is, will you join us on our mission to really change the world? Because that's what we're doing. We're impacting the world because so many people have no clue about sound money. But Mr. Darren Little and
Awesome.
Brianna, back at you.
You know what? First of all, great job, Mediva, Emily. You guys are phenomenal. Just great inspiration. You know, guys, this is really this industry. This is the power of this industry, because I want you to really get the fact that right now we're kind of like from all 4 corners of the world right here. Okay, so I'm in Vancouver, right? Mediva's over in Oregon, right?
Funny.
Emily's in Hawaii, right? And Brianna's over in the UK, right? We're like, bam, right? We're all 4 corners of the globe. But, you know, I was just thinking about this because I went down and I was just looking at, I didn't realize like I had so many things, right, until I actually took them out. And what's the power of this? But I want you just to see this, because when you think of like $6,000 US, like how big would the stack of $100 bills be?
Right.
To be able to actually hold $6,000, right?
Yeah.
And this right here is $6,000.
He's got his gold. He's got the gold ounces.
Like that right there is $6,000 US.
I love it.
And you know, if I don't know how thick that stack would have to be to make $6,000 in $100 bills, but it'd be pretty thick, right?
Yeah.
And to put in, this can literally go in your suit pocket, like in your suit jacket. $6,000 US, right?
Yeah.
But these are a couple. I want to just show you guys this because I want you to understand that when you see something, when the company puts out what's called a coin drop, there's like a limited edition of them. There's only a certain amount that are available, and when they put out the secret password to get into the coin drop, and you go in there, it's like right? That because people want them because they're limited editions. So this one particular time, the company did this one coin drop, and in one of my trainings called Unleash the Alpha Within, I have in the training the Vitruvian Man is part of my training, and the company put this out in a silver coin.
Yeah, I love that.
Right, and there was so much emotion behind this because it's like part of my whole reality. It's a part of my life, right? And then another time, another big portion of my life, I was in Cancun, Mexico. I lived there for 6 months. I was working with Club Med, and they have this calendar with the Inca, the Inca calendar, right? And then all of a sudden, I go in there. They're doing another coin drop, and it was this one, okay? And it was this sun,
Yeah.
right? And I saw these, and I was just like, "Oh my God, this is unbelievable!" Right? And then they put out this one particular series that's a Benjamin Franklin series about his life. So, and I've got so far 5 out of 6, but you can see here there's different shots from his life.
Yeah.
Yeah. Freaking sweet.
He was trying to find his coins.
I got so many. I'm like, looking, girl, I got.
know which ones. I know.
You know what I mean? Like this is really cool because they got artwork on.
Publisher. Yeah.
This is the coin I love. This is signed by Miles Standish. This is called the White House coin. This coin is just my goodness, man. I don't know if you guys know, but I didn't know the White House was burned down years ago. But this is so I got this coin. I got this set. So one of them was what, $2.99. The other was $3.99, I think, or somewhere around that. And I've seen this coin actually literally sell for over $4,000. The set sell, and and what did I get it for? Nowhere near that. I mean, we have there's just some of these coins are amazing. This Julius Caesar coin, there's only 500 of this coin in the world, right? It was like I think it was like $349. I've seen this thing sell for like $1,000. But again, myself, I'm just stacking the asset for my kids, honestly. That's what I'm stacking them for my kids. Because through the compensation plan and just being able to share this with people and enlighten people on real money, not fake fiat, right? But real money. Okay. It's been able to just bless my family immensely. But it's great, man. I'm just grateful. You guys, I can't not say it 1,000 times that if you take advantage of this, do you know that this is the first vehicle where in this industry that I know of that you can't lose? You're literally stacking assets, guys. You can't lose. Shakes, I've done them. Travel, I've done it. Didn't go on the trips, lost money. Shakes expired, lost money. You can't say, like I said on that slide, if you had a closet full of gold and silver. Matter of fact, the reason I got that is this, you guys. There is a guy that owns a very great network marketing company, an amazing one. And his mother had passed away. And he went into her pantry and saw all sorts of products from all the different ventures that he'd been on. Because mom's always supports, right? And all these products that were expired over such a long time. And he thought about our one of our founders, a buddy of mine named Josh Anderson, and said, Josh, all I could think about is you when I went and opened this pantry, because I just think about you guys are sharing gold and silver. And if I would have opened that and been able to it would have just been all stacks of gold and silver. I'm gonna get goosebumps when I think about that story. That's powerful. You've lost how many times in whatever you've done. The thing here, we don't have to beg and convince people, guys. Once you understand what you have your hands on, once you understand real money versus this fake fiat that they've been just tricking us on our whole life, it changes everything. It changes your paradigm. You shift completely. But I'm just grateful to be on, man. This has been fun.
Absolutely. So, guys, what I want to throw out to you, if you're just tuning in now, okay, if you're just tuning in now, I'm going to actually be sending this replay out in the event that you registered. It's going to go out in a replay, okay? But in closing, what I always like to do is to provide like even way 10 times more value for people that take action. Okay. So it doesn't matter which one of the memberships that you are interested in. You may just want to be stacking and collecting and stacking, collecting and buying at wholesale. That's great, right? That for those people, it's $199. But for the people that really want to do this as a business, okay, a business where you're expanding a global team, I have a training, okay, that's live. Okay, it would be live and interactive, where myself and Brianna, what we're going to do is we're going to show you how to rise to the top of the leaderboards in any company. Okay, it doesn't matter what you're currently marketing. You could be in, weight loss, skincare, nutraceuticals, energy drinks, legal, credit repair, right? You could be in any of those because the strategies work straight across the board. Okay, not only do they work in sort of a direct sales industry as far as networking, but they also work in real estate. Okay. They also work in mortgage broker. If you're a mortgage broker, or you work in the automotive industry, or you work in retail. Okay. You could be in door-to-door sales. Okay. Anytime that you are dealing with people, okay, dealing with people, and there's an opportunity for you to make money in some way. Okay. And in addition to that, if you want to be able to have better communication with your kids, okay, your children, and take your marriage to another level, okay, this information is completely transferable. Okay. And the training, I'm going to do it mid-month in October, okay, on the Saturday. So it'll be, I think, Saturday, October 16th. And it typically will run $1,000 bonus. Okay. If you take action, you throw your hat over the wall and you trust the process, okay, and learn these skills, all you need to do is click that link below, right below this video, and throw your hat over the wall and realize that we've been doing this a long time, guys. Okay? Literally. Like 6 of my personal students this last 12 months have made 7 figures.
Yeah.
Previous, they were completely broke. They didn't have any money. Okay. So keep that in mind. We want to be able to help you to springboard, okay, in any type of business that you're doing, where you can have that training that you really require in the event that you want to truly have a global business that's going to pay you week after week, month after month, year after year, that you're going to be able to, grandfather down to your children, your grandchildren, your great grandchildren. That's called legacy income, guys. Legacy income. Okay, what I want to do here really quick before we wrap up, I saw there was a whole barrage of comments that came in. Deja says impacting the world. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Victoria Clements, how are you? Awesome, Darren. Thank you so much. Weigh your wealth in ounces. That's a good one. That's fantastic. That's from Emily. This is a true wealth education right here. Appreciate that. That coin resonates to you for sure, Darren. Right? Am I right? Very cool. And it's nice to see you so excited about the coins and the artwork. Never mind the value. Absolutely. Saturday, October 16th. Yes, Deja. Saturday, October 16th. I typically will do the midday, guys, like 12 noon Pacific Standard Time. That will bring in the East Coast. That'll be 3 o'clock. It'll also be okay for the UK, which is 8 hours ahead. That'll be at 8 o'clock, right? So we wanna be able to make it as simple and easy as possible for anybody to be able to master becoming a professional networker. Okay. Networking is completely different than selling, guys. They're 2 totally different business models. They're like apples and oranges. And most people have never even been taught what do you do to become a professional networker? Okay, there's no selling in networking. Networking is all about the relationship, the connection, finding things in common with people, the ability to build rapport, change their state, get in this certain vibration where within a few minutes you feel like you're already best friends. You've ever had that situation where you meet somebody and you're like, God, I feel like I've known you my whole life, right? That's a skill. That is a skill. And if you learn how to master this skill, your whole life becomes like fireworks. No joke. It becomes very colorful and exciting, going to events and going traveling and meeting people from all over the world, meeting them on Facebook and then meeting in person some other area of the world. Or, like when I flew to Manila, as an example, to work with my business partner over there, Ari, when you're sitting on some little remote island, okay, in the middle of nowhere, and somebody comes up to you that's seen your content on Facebook and comes over to say hello, and next thing you know, you're having dinner and you're having drinks and you're best friends, right? You've never even met them before, but through the power of the internet, this is what can happen. So first of all, I want to say to you, if you've joined in, thank you for participating. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for getting educated. Appreciate Madiba for going through this presentation. Brianna, you're a superstar. You're lighting it up on fire. Emily, you're great. This is such a great connection that we've had to spend together. Guys, all I can tell you is throw your hat over the wall. Click the link below. Doesn't matter which membership that you get. You're going to get the $3,000 bonus. Okay. And this is really $3,000 bonus. It's not made up. It'll be live. It'll be interactive. And you will be taking pages and pages of notes that will completely and totally transform your life forever. And that, my friends, you can take to the bank. It's Darren Little from Vancouver, British Columbia. Thanks a lot for joining us on this exclusive and private VIP broadcast, and have a great day. All the best.
Thanks, guys.
See you guys.
Aloha.